Good morning, good Thursday morning from LindaZ. We are here. It is very newly into the new season, the autumn, fall. That was on the 21st, right? So that was, I forget what day of the week it was, but it's already here and gone. And I know someone, Uncle Paul, you are sad to see summer go. Some of us are very sad to see summer go, but some of us are happy to see the colors change on the trees. And here we are. Seasons are changing and we have a project for you. Just want to show you some of the fabrics that we got in for the seasonal fabrics. I just chose a couple of them, skeletons, and only one of them has a little flower on his shoulder or through his bones, I guess. It's kind of cute. And so I just got a little piece of that and a little piece for the back of this project that I'm working on of candy canes in all directional. And so I thought I would make a little project and show you guys on our Bernina 475, which is a really, really cute machine that we brought with us to the Madison Quilt Show. And we've got a couple of those that are still left. And I just wanted to let you guys see it in action here because it is so wonderful. And it's a very, very versatile machine. You could use it as your travel machine. It's the Kaffe version of the 475 from Bernina. And so what that means is it has the 70% bigger bobbins. So that's fabulous. It's got only a 5.5 millimeter width. So it's perfect for straight stitching and because the motor, of course, on a Bernina is super strong. Get through multiple layers of fabric easily using the 5.5 millimeter stitch width. I'm only going to be doing straight stitching today because I'm making this, I'm going to call this a candle holder. So let me just explain a little bit. I have a sort of rectangular shaped fabric. I needed to do it rectangular because of the skeletons. So I had to fussy cut a little bit my skeletons to get the crossbones there in the center of my, my project. And what I did was I took two pieces, so one piece of batting per piece of fabric, so that we're gonna have a real nice cushiony project to hold our candle. This project is not gonna have a binding, so I'm just gonna turn it. You'll see. We're gonna show you that. What I have done is I've quilted the binding to each piece of fabric. So I just chose grid. So I just did 3 lines going in each direction to quilt the binding, the batting, excuse me, to each piece of fabric. So my batting is on the wrong side of the fabric, and I just stitch straight lines to hold that down on both of these fabrics. One is Halloween because I can't make up my mind between Halloween and Christmas. So this is really great. I can, when Halloween is done and over, I can just put the other side down and put the candle on the other side. So that is kind of why I was up in the air between, should I do a Halloween project? Should I do a Christmas project? I like both holidays, so we're going to just put both in one project. Okay, so what I wanted to show you was that it's versatile, this machine. Let's go over to the machine and I'll show you what I did. I just used the 37 foot to do straight stitch to do these, to do the quilting on both pieces here. But what I could have done is I could have put on any number of the spring-loaded feet. I could have put on this 26, which is the embroidery foot, or I could have put on, and I'll show you, because you could drop the feed dogs on this machine and do free motion. I could have stippled. I could have done any kind of free motion type of quilting, right? Because this machine allows me to drop the feed dogs and I can just quilt away on there. So I could have quilted both pieces like that. I could have also put on the 72S foot, which is this one. This is the 72. 72 means that it's a ruler foot. That rim around that foot is 1/4 of an inch deep. So I can when I bring my foot down, I can bring a ruler in here. I could have done some ruler work, really cool. There's all kinds of really cool decorative rulers. I could have put any kind of shape in the center of this using a ruler. That would have been fun too. So just wanted to give you some more options on what you could have done with this before we start putting it together. So let me put the 37, which is a 1/4 inch piecing foot, number 37. I put it back on the machine. It's very easy to do. As you can see, any of you who are Bernina aficionados out there, you know how easy it is to take on and take off the feet. And what I've done here also is I've put a little piece of tape at the 1/4 inch mark going down the tray here so that I can see and line up the entire side to a 1/4 inch. And what's also great about these feet is that there are grooves on the side of the 37 foot. So I can go in a 1/4 inch and see that I'm perfectly a 1/4 inch in from the edge of the project. And I can also stop at a 1/4 inch before the edge down here as well. So let's go ahead and start putting this project together. I'm going to leave a gap on one of the sides so that I can flip it around. There is my 1/4 inch mark. I flip it to the side. I'm going to leave a gap here on this one between my two quilting lines. So let's go up to the first quilting line and reverse a little bit. Got a reverse button there. Reverse, go forward a little bit to reinforce when I pull it through. And I've got a scissor cut on this machine, which is fabulous. Love it, love it. Let's go down to that farther line down there. I'm going to reinforce a little bit. Back stitch again, back, back, back. And then forward. And now I can just close this guy up all the way around. All the way around. And I could have used clips, but I'm just holding this manually. So here I am lining it on my, I call this washi tape. Put my foot down. So I do have to manually lower my foot. This is one of the entry to mid range of Berninas. So I do have to manually lower the presser foot, like back in the old days. There we go. And my last corner, close all that up. It's just a really quick project. Let me back that up on the corner there. And scissor cut away. Okay, so what I can do is I can take a scissor, or I could take a rotary cutter, which is right here, and trim away the corners because I'm going to be turning this inside out. Don't want to trim off any of the corner of the stitching that I just did. Just want to make it easy to be able to turn this right sides out. So I'm removing some of the bulk. That's what I'm doing on the corners. Okay, so I've got these handy dandy tools here. One is called the R&K churning tool. So I'm going to start by grabbing probably the farthest corner. Grab the farthest corner over there. Pull that through. Pull my other one through. And my last one through. Okay, so that's my corners, and my turning tool then comes here. It's got a little rounded edge here, so I'm just going to poke it to the corners to get the corners nice and squared away, without poking too hard, of course. Go to my second corner, do the same thing. The third one way over there. Pushing it through as best I can, and the fourth one. And then also, once I get those corners nice and squared off, I can run this along the edges of the seams to get that flat as well, because I'm going to do a top stitch now. And what I will do when I do that top stitch, I'm actually going to use a couple clips here. Okay, let me run it along there again. Running it along the seam so that I can get that flat. And then I'll take a clip clip either side of this opening, clip it shut. And that's the side I'm going to start with here. Did I fold that in too much? Probably a little bit. Okay. Trim off. Where's my trimming scissors? Over here. Just trim off this thread. There we go. Okay. So 1 and 2. Let's go back over to the machine now. And I'm going to, again, try and get the point of 1/4 inch in from the outer edge. Drop my needle and start, maybe from that edge also. Good. And drop my needle. And then I'm doing what we would call a top stitch. I've got my stitch length at 3.5. So this is going to close this side for me. And it's going to do a really pretty little top stitch around the edge. Okay, oops, one more stitch maybe. Okay, around the edge. Looking good. One more. Okay, and then come to the corner where I started. Reinforce that back. Just go over that stitch, reinforce that one. Very good. And scissor cut. And it looks like our project is complete. Just trim off my excess thread. And there you have a cute, cute, cute Halloween mug rug or candle holder. Let's pretend this is a candle. And our skull and crossbones are sticking out around the sides. So that's a perfect little project for Halloween. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful day, everyone. And if you have any questions about our 475 Bernina, definitely our pricing, we have a couple of them left that were our classroom models from Madison. If you were interested in that, please let us know. Give us a call.